Hello, Brick Sculptors, and welcome back to Brick Sculpt. This is Chris, and I want to admit I made a mistake. Now, I should have known better. If you watch my videos regularly, you will know I just posted a video on hexagons, and it did pretty well. I got a lot of awesome conversations starting, both on the comments here, as well as in the new Discord server. If you're interested in stuff like this, definitely check that Discord server out. There's so much awesome information on there, and some really great LEGO minds are posting some really cool stuff. I'll have that linked in the description. But anyway, the mistake I made is, how are you going to make a hexagon video when you're in the middle of making obelisk videos? Because everybody asked, when's the hexagonal obelisk coming? Now, obviously, I need to finish my standard obelisk first, which I have a few orders I'm still waiting for before I get that finished. But when people start talking, I can't help but start experimenting. So, yeah, I started that project too. Now, I had to figure out how to make this into a tapered shape. And the first thing I had to do was eliminate these joints, because I need these to rotate in. The best method I could think of was to take these clips and replace them with balls. These are these ball and socket joints. They have essentially the same spacing as the clips, but you can rotate them inward like this, putting it up on edge. And I thought, well, that's cool. If I do a ring like this and a smaller ring like this, why can't I connect them and taper them? So that's what I did. Let me show you what I came up with. So this uses basically all the same principles as my square obelisk, except it's a hexagon. And I had to build the top, because where the heck are you going to find bricks to make a top like that? Now, this is obviously a prototype. I plan on finishing the standard obelisk before going too far with any other project like this. But if your head works anything like mine, you'll lose sleep over this stuff if you don't work it out right away. And I just had to try it, so that's what we did. Now, this is an illegal technique, and I did it on purpose that way. These are connected at 2 studs at the bottom and 2 studs at the top. It's 6 wide up here and 8 wide down here. And I wanted to do it that way because I wanted it to be strong. It's a prototype. I'm going to be handling a lot, moving around, playing with new techniques, and I didn't want it falling apart on me. This would definitely be more legal if it was connected by just 1 stud on each, or I could possibly use hinges, but I wanted to make it quick and easy, down and dirty, just get the shape built, and the best way to do that, to get the proof of concept, was to make it illegal. This is the same reason that my original obelisk has some illegal techniques in it. I need it sturdy. I need it to be able to hold up while I experiment. And it's turned out pretty cool. So I used those ball joints down here in the base. I've got my sides coming up. I don't know exactly how long this is. I think it's 24 studs tall. So obviously not near as tall as my obelisk. And then I just made these guys taper up here. These use these round plates. I had to use some kind of strange pieces here to get these to fit just right. I do have a hinge at the top. And one of the problems with this is getting this to come to a real point. I would probably put like a rounded point on this if I were to finish it out. But these plates will only come so close because of the hinge. So I just did this. I extended one 10 long and one 8 long. So the 10 long kind of makes the point and the 8 long stops there. I don't know if I would stick with this method for the top or if I'd change it. We'll see. This main section here I can basically build out just like I did on the standard obelisk. These edges I might need to play with and see how far I have to pull these out for them to line up with tiles. So that could be a challenge as well. But then plugging these center gaps is really no different than on the square obelisk. It shouldn't really change much there. This top, though, this will be a challenge. I don't know how I would tile that. I don't even know if anyone could tile that. That's going to be really tricky. But I had to try it. I mean, this channel is quickly becoming known for a few things. One of them is part 15706, and the other one is obelisks. So I get asked about obelisk stuff all the time, and I mean, how could I not do it? Oh, and while I was playing around with this technique, I made a giant pencil too. It actually writes. I needed to find something to do with this hexagon pattern I came up with. And I'll try to take one of these panels off so you can see in here without breaking the whole thing. It is kind of fragile. But this is the design where I have the Technic bricks and the Snot bricks facing in opposite directions. And I just covered it in yellow plate. This would look better in tile. This is a prototype also. But who has long yellow tiles? Not many people. So I've got some on order. The front I'm not super happy with. This piece, for whatever reason, it's actually a half a cone, 2 pieces. I can't find it in tan. What the heck? The front comes off like this. If you're wondering how I got a pencil in there, I basically made my own just by doing this. Now I do some woodworking, so I'm pretty good with this kind of stuff, but all I really did with this pencil is stuck this in a power drill, took some sandpaper and sanded it down until it fit. This part fit up through the cone, just like that. Then I could build it into this cone, just like this. And it works pretty good. I gotta find a better way to connect this cone. It comes off kind of easy on the front. This needs to change color to tan. The eraser's kind of small. I'm still working on this area. I really like this Technic piece. I want to get a bunch of these in gray and use that for the piece that holds the eraser. And then we'll have our eraser on there. But I think it'll look better once I change some parts out. But for now, that's my pencil. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you guys like this video. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. I'm going to do more just like this in the future. If you guys want to add anything, share your own builds, or talk to each other about builds like this, my Discord server is linked in the description, and it has been very popular, and I've seen some really cool stuff on there, so go ahead and check that out. And that's all I got for this time, and we will see you next time.